الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم. Just a short hadith that's very powerful. عن أبي سعد الخدري رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كيف أنعم وصاحب القرن قد التقم واستمع الإذن متى يؤمر بالنفخ فينفخ فكأن ذلك ثقل على أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال لهم قولوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. Abu Sa'd al-Khudri radiallahu anh reported the Prophet ﷺ said, "How can I feel at ease when the angel of the trumpet has put his lips to the trumpet and is waiting for the order to blow it?" The Prophet ﷺ saw that he had shocked his companions, so he ﷺ told them to seek comfort through reciting Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Allah is sufficient for us and He's the best disposer of affairs. So here in this hadith, we know that there are many signs of the last day and judgment day, which is the end for all of us. And it is going to happen, and this is a truth. And here this hadith is showing how it is very close. The Prophet ﷺ himself has told us that his arrival and his birth and his life and his proceedings through his life are a sign that the last day is coming. So here we are told how Israfil, one of the main angels that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created, and Israfil was actually created a very long time ago from the very beginning. He's actually standing, waiting with the trumpet at his lips. He's not even having it at his side or in his pocket or on a table next to him, it's at his lips. And he's, in another hadith, he's looking to the throne of Allah, watching and waiting for Allah to give him the order to go ahead and blow the horn. This horn, we know when the first blowing is going to be, as in ayahs from the Quran, the death of all creatures in the heavens and in the earth. So not just us, but all creatures. Even Jibreel alayhi salam will be dying. And everyone will collapse and die, and many things will be destroyed. So the power of this horn is tremendous, and the energy that's going to be emitted from it and how it's going to shake everything in the universe when the energy is released from it. And how does Israfil do this? How does Allah give him the power to do this? Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. And then there's a hadith, they asked the Prophet ﷺ, because the horn is going to be blown a second time, what is the time between the two blowings of the horn? And the Prophet says 40. They ask him 40 days, he says, I don't know, 40. 40 months, I don't know, 40. 40 years, I don't know, 40. So it's not known what is this time span. It's 40 something, but it is some period of time. And during this time, everything that has died will decay, and specifically for the human being, the only piece of his body that will not decay is the coccyx, which is the bone at the very tip of the sacrum. So the very small little bone, it's like a little pebble, it's at the back of your sacrum, the bottom of your spinal cord. This does not decay. And after this period of 40, there will come rain that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will descend, and from this seed, our bodies will be regenerated again. So from this seed that will contain all of our DNA information, all our genetic information, we will be resurrected, as only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows how to do. And then the horn will be blown again, and we will wake up from our graves, wherever we are, and Judgment Day will begin. So these are the two blowings of the horn that Israfil will perform. One to end creation and end life, and then the other to designate the beginning of Judgment Day. Who will collapse and swoon, and who will wake up first, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. But there is another riwayah of the Prophet that when he wakes up and looks around, he will see someone already standing and awake before him. And who is that? Musa alayhi salam. So Musa, Allahu A'lam, it's believed because when he was in Al-Wadi al-Muqaddasi Tuwa, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed himself and the mountain destroyed, he collapsed. So he already had the first collapse, so he will be the first person that's already awake when the horn is blown for the second time. Now, even though this is a very powerful and disturbing hadith, the Prophet ﷺ again recognized in his companions that it was so, and so he told them to say, Hasbunallah, Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakil, to still put your trust in Allah and believe in Him because He is the best disposer of affairs. And we know the Prophet ﷺ, even though he knew all this information and knew what was going to happen, he didn't stay praying and just not involved in society. He still was engaged, he still laughed, he still enjoyed his life in the way that it was permissible to Allah. So it doesn't mean that we should remove ourselves and go live in the mountains and only worship. And again, another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ told us that even if you know Judgment Day is coming and the signs have already started and you're about to plant a tree, you know the tree is not going to live, it's going to be destroyed because everything is going to be destroyed, you should still plant the tree, right? You still plant it because the deed that you did of planting that tree is something that's good, something khair, so this will be reckoned for you when Judgment Day specifically happens. May Allah guide us and be of those who Allah will judge with mercy on Judgment Day, and that we'll be with our Prophet ﷺ on Judgment Day, and that he will intercede for us. May Allah also help all the Muslims in the world that are in need. We know the situation in many areas, especially in Gaza, is getting even worse with the cold and the floods and children dying and less shelter because of the winds destroying the tents. May Allah help them and help us to help them. And if you could please also make dua. One of my relatives in Egypt is very sick in the ICU. His name is Abdul Wahab. Please make dua for his shifa, and make dua for shifa for all the Muslims in the world. Jazakumullah khair.